Welcome. Yeah. Behind the Vedic veils, Sarah Bartman, Venus of Holophels, victory visits Valor Vest through Vortex, Stargate, the tarot card shows Ptah face, the god is fate while I cigar taste, priest, I'm camouflaged within the grates, I channel into stars and disperse around space, send candles in the mosque in the verses I create, each bar becomes a god, past times, different place, while y'all on Instagram, I microdose with a 1/10 of a gram, the mics I broke with the strength of a ram, took my rights, Jim Crow said I'm only 1/5 of a man. Now you can see the whole God that I am. I consume the whole mushroom. To whom much is given, much is required. Trust your Messiah. I'm a monsoon, a typhoon, clusters of fire. Big hands reach out the jewel, clutching the writer. What's your desire? To rule. My heavy mental became an empire. With the symbol of 10 bulls, it's simple, I reign wiser. My temples are raised higher. Explain. Firmly, Hermes, Trismegistus of lyrics that specialize in the pyramids and physics. It's mesmerizing for human ears to hear this. My Nebula guidance, soon you feel this weirdness. Your blood pressure rises, you get cold as the fear grips your soul. The sheer bliss, you go, spirit from bones. This way into the vape room. Read my Vedas, may make you want to take shrooms. Be free in nature, can your nostrils take fumes? You need the gospel as you face doom. I lay in tombs of skill on vapor, the Kabbalion, 528 hertz the volume. My verse is like the universe is falling. I search, there's no human worth my calling. The whole earth, every womb, every coffin. The hermetic hookah lounge. I'm in the back, I'm not used to crowds. Sudden movements in groups too loud. I just lounge in my suit and crown. Cigars in the car, red shoes on the towels. Wild style when I blow a cloud. Women get aroused as their attention swim around. It's written down. Pen is swung like a pendulum. My writing is psilocybin mycelium. Bicentennium. Bodies and drums to next millennium. Reptilian. Next get rung, I'm killing them. Since Da Vinci carved this demigod. Called the priest cause he knew I came from the infinite Infinity Squad. Heru, Nimrod. Firestones engraved to the Templar. Priest, I rise upon the throne where sages grew. Avenger. How I thought, yeah. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations? On their knees crawling, the beast awakened, the teaching of Satan, the meeting of pagans, speaking Phoenician and Canaan. The secret of sayings sits in his seat as the priest of the ages amongst his holy men. The 2nd Thessalonians, heavens was his podium. Was he Elijah, also known as the Messiah? From his throne he required to talk about the stones of fire, the king of Tyre, who fell because of his own desire. From the kingdom, a winged empire, for the things he admired, the Babylonian, the golden calf holding gems, with the staff of an aspen, the men old as him, they would stay high off hemp and opium, and when day rise, God's strength was taken from them. The king of Tyre, the king of Tyre. Son of man, take up a lamentation upon the king of Tyre, and say unto him, Thus saith the Lord God, thou sealest up the sum, and full of wisdom, and perfect in beauty, the serpent amongst the 2 trees, and afterwards Adam knew Eve, that she conceived one of your seed, then the bronze serpent with 2 thieves in between. Could you break down these mysteries? Elohim, hidden keys to the bottomless pit, only seen in dreams. These are things that archaeologists miss. They only acknowledged the bricks, couldn't follow the scripts. Was it different writers? Ezekiel 28 verse 2, the prince of Tyrus. One river flowed out of Eden to 4 was divided. Was it the Nile, Jordan, Euphrates, and Tigris? The one language, one reigning, nations united. Men of old, renowned, races of giants. The king of Tyre came down to make an alliance. With his firestone breastplate, had the body of a bull and the head of a snake. Each 7 was red and great. The 3rd World War took shape. Gave power to the beast, devoured peace, swallowed the sheep. Made followers teach and spread hate. Checkmate, death rate, escalate. Son of perdition, met his fate. Heaven's gate, truth to tell. Daniel and Zerubbabel. The prophecies scattered Judah and Israel. King of Tyre. The king of Tyre. King of Tyre.
But this I didn't learn until it was too late.
I, the black ruler that comes forth from Smai Taiwi. I, the almighty ruler. Eyes fiery, and darkness is not a color, for I was in darkness and I created light, incubated in night, meditated in sight. And you ask why I wear all white? Alright, I'm a Netaru, also referred to as Elohim by the Hebrews, and Vishnu to the Hindus. I'm from the temples in Eridu, call me Apsu. I'm Tiamat, the obelisk, shadows 3 o'clock. Walk with us to see Enoch. The mystery key unlocks the coffin text he speaks, we watch.
People of Thebes, ask pity of the gods. Pharaoh is dead.
Not quite. Open his tomb. All praise to Amun and the sun, which is Ra. Later combined, Amun Ra. Sun, moon, and star. Your Moses knows us. Before we toyed with the cobras, we showed them our culture. The same goes for Joseph. I show you them as pharaohs, but different names in their sculptures. Olmecs, Hotep. I am Menace. My thoughts are endless. My courts are crimson. And I am Thoth, the one before Musa when the law was given. You are my children. And I am Osiris, the rider of death. And I am his brother Set. Ra, the sun rises, then the sun sets. Abraham kneels before Melchizedek, as the 24 elders held the text. Over Isis, Ra, El, hold the scale, hold him still, while his feet and palms are nailed. Behold, the pale horse gallops along the trail. The name for gods were El, Shaddad, Nimrod, mighty hunter. His statue atop of the ziggurat steps. Me, Lamu, and Lahamu, then Anshar, then Kishar, and their offsprings was Antu, Kai, and Anu. From Chaldeans, the owl is seen. During night, upon the Nile, a child is floating down, streaming. But you have penalized angels and crowned demons. Come, meet Queen Hatshepsut. We are winged celestials, extraterrestrial beings seen by the Eskimos. We were here in the prehistoric Mexico. No, we're not skeletal, and no, they were never an embryo. Dynastic period indigo. The Sahelanthropus traditions descendants, the species that mimic our kindreds, but we weren't monkeys.
People of Thebes, ask pity of the gods. Pharaoh is dead.
Not quite, for we came from the darkest part of the night. For within the shadows, the pharaohs gave you the apple to bite. These are the knowledge of good and evil. We also have the fruits to the tree of life. This is my key. Put it in, turn it, unlock it, and you will no longer be monks. Around the garden, the meditating monks breathe, slow and deep, and above the garden, the stars rearrange monthly. 12 zodiacs, please don't react, but it seems like Adam and Eve had company. Come with me, see the god they called Enki or Ea. His record was kept in the forms they wrote called Cunea. At that time they were doomsayers, soothed prayers, tomb raiders. It was called a departure. The moon was split, or it was hit with ships that left moon craters. Here's the meta nature. Nature is where you get nature. Let's read the Vedas. Please, I need debaters. Do you believe in vapor or what you see on paper? The Alpha and the Omega, or the algebra creators. We are ancient, and you call us pagans.
People of Thebes, ask pity of the gods. Pharaoh is dead.
Sick because you have met with ill fortune. Do not regret that you were required to sell all to for all existence is vanity. We desire no life in the hereafter. Remember always that we blessed you before we left. But for you who came to us from the river when we were already earned, with the greatest joy of our lives, may your heart be shielded from sorrow. Such is the desire of your Father.
Behold, his feet and his arms was black in the temple of Karnak, and along their walls show images of wars during Nubian combat. Above that were shapes and symbols of creatures like they had alien contact.
You are here in the house of death.
Above it all, atop of the hall, the Sumerian star maps that kept the record to when the heavens made Abraham his contract. All compact, Sargon's plaque over Akkad, Belshazzar, kings, elder gods, in and outside of the realms of
are here in
ours.
the house of death.
Images of Thutmose III and King Tut close to birds. Do not touch or disturb. The Egyptian magician's words. His arm brush, his vision blurred, his wisdom slurred.
But you are here in the house of death.
Nin Gazeta, attend to the cedar, make them believe us. Where is thy brother, Abel? Am I my brother's keeper? Who are the other speakers? Those from the upper ethers. Wings like a raven, I am no pagan.
But you are here in the house of death. But you are here in the house of death.
I brought you the bodies of the man and the woman to be preserved by your art, so that they may enjoy eternal life.
As you say, we are artists here. What can you pay for our services?
I have nothing.
Nothing. Throw this carrion in the river.
Wait. I'm willing to work here, to pay for the embalming, for as long as you say I must.
Work here. Only condemned criminals. But the accursed of the gods seek work in the house of death.
There is no man here who is not better than I am.
Put him to work.
Situation with the leader of it has got a whole bunch of sexual allegations and all like that, man. But we finna go in on it. The Nation of Islam ain't relevant in the black community, and I'll debate anybody on that. They no different than the goddamn black church. When there's a black man wronged in this country, guess who we go to? Ben Crump. We don't go to no goddamn Nation of Islam, nigga. We call up Ben Crump. When the shit go down in the streets, ain't nobody saying, let's get the Nation of Islam. What the hell them pretty boys gonna do? Think about it. We finna have a race riot in the streets, and then when the black nation show up, it's a bunch of permed up nigga in two-piece suits and bow ties and shit with finger waves. Who's scared of that? You fucking pretty boys? Nobody's scared of no damn Nation of Islam unless you're a black man in the Nation of Islam and your name just happened to be Malcolm or Khalid Muhammad.
Oh my God!
Niggas ain't gonna do nothing but work with the feds to kill the next black messiah. If you still fucking with the Nation of Islam, you stupid than a motherfucker. Stupid. If you think that shit is a black-owned organization, you a fucking fool, nigga. Arabs own that shit, nigga. That shit don't serve the will and serve the black people. So not only I'm gonna be exposing this alien shit that these niggas been on in the Nation of Islam, I'm gonna expose, goddammit, the mother plane and this shit that I'm about to play now. Check it out. Yeah.
Farrakhan's giving a speech, and it's apparently Savior's Day event at the United Center in Chicago. And so who's the savior? Well, of course, Farrakhan. Don't be ridiculous. First, he says that he's concerned that the white right is conspiring to make Obama a one-term president. Okay, people focus on that, but that sounds like something Farrakhan would say all the time. And are people conspiring, and are they on the right and generally white? Yeah, so I don't find that to be that big a deal. What he said afterwards, I found to be much more curious.
Come on with it.
The word prophet is too cheap a word, he said. I am a light in the midst of darkness. So prophet's a little too small for him. He's bigger than that.
If you're a light in the middle of darkness, why haven't your people found the way? You're a light in the midst of darkness, but yet you stay snickering and giggling with all the rappers and motherfuckers who in darkness. I don't get it. T.D. Jakes was saying he was a light to the darkness, but them niggas stay in the darkness at the Diddy parties. Just saying.
He's the light that ends all light. I mean, God said, let there be light. I guess he meant.
This nigga Farrakhan is so egotistical and cocky. He's nothing like Malcolm X or Khalid Muhammad. When Khalid Muhammad and Malcolm X spoke, it was always to edify the people and trample over the enemy. When Farrakhan speaks, it's fucking ego and all about him and self-worship. The nigga wanted to be a musician. He was a musician. So the nigga loved clout. Khalid Muhammad and Malcolm X ain't fuck with clout, nigga. They was really on some war shit. And guess who silenced Malcolm? Farrakhan. Farrakhan ain't really about that motherfucking life. He got a contract with CNN. He making money with the white man, with the white media. That's why he silenced motherfucking Malcolm. Check it out.
Have you ever seen a leader scandalized like Malcolm scandalized Muhammad?
Now watch this.
Have you ever seen it?
I'm gonna tell you why I hate the Nation of Islam. Cause y'all protecting a goddamn pedophile, bitches. It's two young underage women that came out on Elijah Muhammad, motherfucker. And we ain't gonna say that they lying on them, nigga. They got babies by the motherfucking man. And y'all mad at Malcolm X because he went and interviewed them damn ladies. See, y'all, the Nation of Islam got skeletons in their closet. And Malcolm X was opening up the closet door. And they ended up, go watch the movie, nigga. You telling me that movie is a lie? No, the fuck it ain't, nigga. Everybody with eyes know that that shit is accurate. Accurate than a motherfucker. Nation of Islam working with the FBI to kill that man at his own damn speech. See, that's accurate. But what you talking about? Shout out to Denzel Washington playing that Malcolm role. But check this out, right? I got a lot of smoke to get off my chest, nigga. And we ain't even got to the alien shit yet. Them niggas was saying Malcolm deserved to die because Malcolm wasn't on no dick riding shit. Malcolm was like, man, wait a minute, that's fucked up. Elijah Muhammad touched y'all? And Malcolm was giving those two women a voice. Those two women that was touched by Elijah Muhammad, they fucking was members of Malcolm's organization. Think about that. The nigga that's fathering your baby, you ain't even under his leadership and organization. You under Malcolm shit. And he was because guess what? They was trying to silence these women in the Nation of Islam. They didn't want this out the closet. Malcolm was like, nah, fuck that. That's wrong. And Malcolm house got set on fire. Malcolm had to watch his back. The Nation of Islam, a bunch of permed up motherfucking cowards that's only gonna work with the white man to kill another black man. They ain't no threat to no white people. That's why them niggas can stay permed up and suited up. Because when it's time to go to war, it ain't gonna be nothing but a bunch of them against a nigga like me. And I don't give a fuck, nigga. Because guess what? Even if you take me out, I'm gonna do some damage to your ranks. It's gonna be a price to get me. Like getting a king on a chessboard. It's gonna cost you a couple pawns and rooks and all that.
Leader scandalized like Malcolm scandalized Muhammad? Have you ever heard of anything like that? Don't you know if you...
How the fuck did Malcolm scandalize Muhammad by giving the alleged victims of his sexual allegations a voice? Malcolm was like, I'm not starstruck. I know he lodges the leader, but right is right. See, Malcolm ain't the type of nigga that'll be in the Zulu Nation and don't say nothing about Bambaataa. Malcolm ain't the type nigga that'll be part of the New Wapians and no one hear nothing about what was going on with Dr. York till the victims come. Malcolm ain't that kind of nigga. Malcolm the type nigga, look, man, you cool, and y'all see, fuck the dick riding, right is right. And that's some real niggas. Ever since, see, they killed the real niggas in the NOI, which is Malcolm X, Dr. Khalid Muhammad. They killed the real niggas, and what you got now is your Wesley Muhammads, your Farrakhan's, your little pretty boys. See, Khalid Muhammad didn't even dress in a bow tie like that all the time. That nigga was one, he wore black military suits with combat boots and carried assault rifles. That's Khalid Muhammad. You wouldn't even know he was in the NOI sometime. You would think that nigga part of a black militia. The NOI didn't want that kind of image associated with them if they're gonna work with these white dudes with the beards. Farrakhan sold the fucking NOI out, nigga. He's a damn infiltrator. Farrakhan is an agent that infiltrated the NOI, and the NOI ain't been militant up under that damn saxophone player. The NOI don't, nigga, that shit is like a pretty boy club. The niggas that like, for niggas that like to wear bow ties and shit. Yeah.
Have you ever seen a leader scandalized like Malcolm scandalized Muhammad? Have you ever heard of anything like that? Don't you know if you scandalize a man who's loved and honored by the people, what are you asking for? You're asking for death.
Wow.
And he got what he asked for.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Wow. How y'all still following this man? How y'all cowards still following this man? Nigga, Malcolm wasn't no coward like all y'all niggas following this damn old devil. Farrakhan's an old fucking devil who's working with the white man. That nigga got Rick Ross and all them niggas' numbers on his phone. He ain't got no real niggas' numbers. He's about the fun and games and plan. That nigga want to look like the revolution, not really motherfucking be revolutionary. And by the way, ain't shit revolutionary with a bunch of big ass niggas in the street selling bean pies for generations, son. You got to step your game up. Goddamn.
And those who killed him, they weren't speaking behind no damn counter. They came in the place where the man was preaching and killed him in front of his own followers.
But them niggas ain't go up in the white man house. Y'all hear that? Think about this. They silenced Malcolm X because he was talking too bad about the white man. But when Malcolm X gave Elijah Muhammad's victim a voice, they killed him. And they saying, you don't talk about scandalize a leader like that, where the man a leader shouldn't be touching people's children like that. That's like a nigga killing you. Why you think that nobody in the New Wapians wanted to speak up about Dr. York? Because they know if you go to talking that shit, and everybody know that nigga touching these babies. But you gonna shut up. Why? Because they'll kill your ass. That's why. But see, it's some niggas that don't give a fuck, nigga. We all gotta die. Fuck that, bitch. You a pedophile, and I'm gonna let everybody know. Now what's up? Now what's up? But why it ain't enough men like that in the world? A bunch of pussies that sit around. It's niggas around Bambaataa right now in the Zulu Nation, and they know what the fuck he doing and won't say nothing. And when the niggas say something, they call that the fake nigga. Man, you trying to destroy hip hop. You know how many people he feeding? Well, you know how many people he fucking? Niggas ain't got no morals.
Fearless men. And those who were there to guard it, they were ducking. Damn cowardly dogs, ducking and running on the poles instead of trying to protect the man. And you saying,
He said them niggas weren't scared. They shot Malcolm in the open, and all Malcolm's followers was ducking and dodging up under the table. Nigga, Farrakhan, I got an old man that'll get in the ring with you and knock your pretty boy ass out. Farrakhan, I don't got no respect for you, dude. Give a fuck about your age, nigga. You's a goddamn agent, and you harmful for black people. You and your organization, nigga. And I'm saying your organization, the NOI is a business for Farrakhan, nigga. It ain't got nothing to do with black folks. A bunch of scamming ass niggas like Dr. Ben and this other nigga Wesley Muhammad talking about aliens and shit, nigga, when our people got all this real shit we got to worry about. Nigga, fuck a alien and a mother plane. Wait, that play this mother plane shit, nigga. Where that bitch at? We've been struggling for years. That mother plane ain't came yet. See, they trying to chocolate coat the Christianity shit. Motherfuckers waiting on Jesus to crack the clouds back, and he got motherfuckers waiting on mother planes.
the leader, you damn punk, you don't have no leader.
Talking that shit about Malcolm, nigga, when he was the real one. You talking to a bunch of hyenas and niggas that stick together and clicked up against one man. That nigga Malcolm still stood his ground and said, fuck it, nigga, it's me against the mob, but I'm standing on something righteous. And it's gonna be when enough niggas that really got real nigga energy, and I ain't talking about them fake real niggas. Yeah, fake real niggas. I'm talking about, nigga, the real ones that's gonna not be politically correct, the ones that's gonna goddamn speak with the energy, with the fire, nigga. Not go along and get along. So if you look at what's in the Nation of Islam, it's a bunch of niggas that's just giving you alien talk and a bunch of bullshit. But look what they got rid of, your Khalid Muhammad, your Malcolm X. See what I'm saying? To water that shit down with pseudoscience and nigga, y'all are a nation. And y'all on fucking YouTube podcast talking about aliens, nigga. Why wasn't you at the congressional UAP meeting representing motherfucking the NOI? Like y'all niggas full of shit. What? Hey, just check this video out, and then we're gonna go into the alien shit, segue into alien shit.
Have you ever seen a leader scandalized like Malcolm scandalized Muhammad? Have you ever heard of anything like that? Don't you know if you scandalize a man who's loved and honored by the people, what are you asking for?
Nigga, not death. Think about that, right? If a black person talks shit about a pastor, a bishop, a minister, they asking for death. But if a white man shoot up a black man in the street, police brutality, the Nation of Islam ain't gonna do shit to them. That's why I don't give a fuck about these niggas, and I would love to go to war with them niggas talking about going to war with me, nigga. You better let me use my freedom of speech and stay the fuck out my way. Real talk. Got no love for y'all niggas. With your hypocritical bitch selling out ass niggas. Sell out ass niggas, boy. Y'all some hoes and some bitches, boy. All y'all NOI niggas. Straight up, nigga. Give a fuck. Your leader over here smiling in the face of these goddamn Jews who don't give a fuck about him. They call him Goyim. But he running up behind a motherfucking ass selling his people out. But if a nigga say something about him, he gonna send black goons to kill him. And the white man ain't gonna lock nobody up with the NOI because they all working with the FBI, nigga. The FBI helped them get rid of Malcolm. So when it come down to the NOI enforcing their power, it's only gonna be against other black men that's exposing they goddamn secret that they're a bunch of fucking agents and sellouts. They'll never use that power against the motherfucking white devil that they always speaking about. In fact, they don't even say white devil in the NOI no more. Fucking hypocrites. Only gonna get militant against their own. Fuck y'all niggas. Talking about if a nigga say something against Farrakhan, he asking for death. Nigga, I'm asking for death when I say fuck Farrakhan, nigga. Huh? Then come kill me then, nigga. Bitch ass niggas talk all that shit about the white man, but won't bust a goddamn grape. And when a nigga say fuck Farrakhan, you want to get up the goons and load up the guns because a nigga disrespected your pedophile ass leaders, nigga. Tired of this shit. We'll kill you for saying something about our bishop, about our pastor. Well, fuck your bishop and fuck your pastor, nigga. You respect them. I don't, nigga. You ain't gonna bully me to respect them either, nigga. I don't got no respect for them. Now come beat the respect in me, nigga. That's what you do.
Have you ever seen a leader scandalize like Malcolm scandalized Muhammad? Have you ever heard of anything like that? Don't you know if you scandalize a man who's loved and honored by the people, what are you asking for? You're asking for death. And he got what he asked for. And those who killed him, they weren't speaking behind no damn counter. They came in the place where a man was preaching and killed him in front of his own followers. That's fearless men.
The way that this man talking about Malcolm after he was gunned down in front of his wife and children shows you he's an evil devil. And an old man like this is a threat to our people. Anybody fucking with Farrakhan, they probably fucking with Bambaataa. They fucking with all these old, evil, shiesty, crooked motherfuckers, nigga. This man talking like that about Malcolm while smiling next to these goddamn Jews that's been exterminating his people. You see that big smile on that nigga face in the middle? He the fucking chocolate filling in the middle of a damn vanilla Oreo cookie right now. Bitch ass. Standing your ass in between them goddamn Jews with a Kool-Aid smile, but got the nerve to speak on Malcolm's death as if you proud and he asked for it. Them Jews been asking for death, nigga. They been poisoning and killing our people for years. And you ain't got no fucking energy like that toward them. You standing right next to the man's on the goddamn oatmeal box, nigga. You're literally standing in between our arch enemy. You're literally standing in between the motherfuckers that tortured, raped. I'm talking about it. These were the guys. These what we call the small hats. These are the folks on your oatmeal box. These were the founding fathers. And you standing in between them niggas Kool-Aid smile. But Malcolm X just brought up the fact that Elijah Muhammad touched these little girls and that got him killed. He asking for death. But the white man ain't asking for death for all the shit he done to our people that the NOI like to bring up all the time and play on niggas' emotions with. White devil and slavery, and y'all go into all that shit. But you ain't doing that to the white man, but working with him. You got a contract with CNN. Malcolm X was like, fuck that, nigga. Malcolm X was like, look, all white people ain't bad. It's some white people that's on our side. And he was saying, fuck being a hypocrite. If we gonna fuck with white folks, we gonna fuck with them. Because if you think about it, the Nation of Islam had a contract with CNN. Look at Farrakhan right here, dude. This been going on. You can't have these relationships with white folks and then go in front of an audience of black folks and talk about white devils and shit. You're a hypocrite. When Malcolm went to Mecca, he prayed and was eating out the same plate with white Muslims. When he came back here, he saw the Nation of Islam doing business with goddammit white folks, but you selling white hate though. That man started his own shit and he allowed white people to help in his organization. Folks think that's selling out, but shit, Farrakhan been working with the white man If you gonna work with the white man, work with him. I respect that more than just you working with the white man and talking shit about him. Because now you trying to cater to two different audiences. Like, it's some people out there that's like really fuck the small hats and they don't got nothing to do with them. And you can't cater to them and be like, fuck the small hats. But then you still working with the small hats. See, but that's because the small hats know that it's a lot of money in black anger and black hate. They know that inside of our soul, history got us mad, our situation in America, inequality, and that's a big market, a big dude. Trust me, multi-billion-dollar energy that can be exploited right there. So they'll have niggas out there saying, fuck the white man, and getting paid with the white man to say, fuck the white man. Just like Public Enemy, fight the powers that be. Who you think put the record out, nigga? The powers that be. Your revolution is televised. Your revolution is a fucking money grab. Your revolution is a joke now because you don't even know who to take serious, nigga.
And those who were there to guard it, they were ducking. Damn cowardly dogs, ducking and running on the poles instead of trying to protect the man. And you say it's your leader? You damn punk, you don't have no leader. If he's your leader, why the hell would you stand up for him? Now all of a sudden they can serve you a dead man on a platter. And you heat him up as your leader, not knowing nothing about him while he was alive and know less about him now that he's dead. Malcolm's momentum carried him to his death.
Man, that's some, boy, that is some cold words about the brother Malcolm. I don't understand black people, because when Malcolm was alive, the people loved Malcolm. And they end up just tainting the man,
Hey.
shooting him up in
What's
front
up,
of his
Bex?
family.
Hi,
and
Christos. Nice to
on
see
his
you.
grave, and the people.
What are
Yeah,
we
thanks for
watching?
hopping up. This is Bro
I've been listening.
Sanchez.
That's who I thought it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He gets into
What?
some really funny stuff later on, because he reviews this channel. It's Black Magic 636 or something like that. But basically, he does this interview with this guy, is like minister, doctor, whatever, of the Nation of Islam. And he just says some really goofy stuff that Bro Sanchez clowns in a really good way, in my opinion, here coming up. But then also, I think it's just, he makes some interesting points about history here with Malcolm X and the whole idea of like controlled opposition in the state. So he makes some solid points here that I didn't mind playing through, but ultimately that's why I named, the stream how I named it, because this is a stream a while back I wanted to get into and replay, because
Cool.
he made me laugh my ass off here a couple times already with this free stream. But I remember once they start talking about aliens, and he literally says there are black people on Mars right now, brother, to this guy on the YouTube channel, Black Magic 636, and it's just so dumb. In my opinion, just the whole idea that there's people living on these different planetary bodies, celestial lights in the skies, regardless of their skin color. I don't think it's not feasible, So there's my flat Earth showing, I guess. I don't mind. JG, you don't have an avatar. That's all right. You don't have to put one on, but just want to let you know.
Yep.
Hey, thanks
Hey,
for stopping
JG.
by, bro.
Right.
Hey, yo, I saw you on Charles Waz the other day, because I shared it with Cage as well. I think you've been on Charles' panel a couple times before, but that was a good stream. I didn't get to see all of it. It was a nice collab. I'm glad Cage hopped over there.
Cage is a character, man. He's a piece of work, but I'm trying to work with him.
Yeah, I definitely, man, it's kind of crazy. Over a year ago, it was like I was on Ian's channel with Z and OTW, and Cage was pissing us off, man. It's crazy to think how all that the landscape was back then. But Cage has fucking been around a lot of different channels for a while doing his trolley antics. But I still appreciate Cage ultimately, and he is a fucking goofball, I'd say more than 50% of the time. But hey, I'd still hit you up, Cage. Yo, you're the shit to some degree, but you're a goofball when you showed yourself on camera. Like, I should have known, man. Anyway, go ahead, JG.
Yeah, I know I'm a piece of work, but I'm not as bad as Cage. Like, Cage is a straight up troll, like a fucking thoroughbred troll.
He looks like a troll too when he turned on his camera. I'm sorry. I'll just say that. It very much reflected as above, so below there, metaversely into the physical. I understood why he was always doing his shenanigans.
Yeah, he's authentically a douche, but yeah, good stream going.
Yeah, man. Bro Sanchez is about to make some funny jokes about aliens here in a little bit. I'm looking forward to it. And if at any point the background is like too annoying or over the top or distracting, I can always make it just a solid background as well, not a GIF. I'm gonna be honest. I appreciate y'all hopping on the hitting the link, hopping up, because I haven't looked at the chat at all. It's like a weird little thing I'm doing. I don't even want to look at the chat. I don't know who has wrenches and who doesn't at this point, but I'm not even really worried about the numbers. I just want to let this play through. And ultimately, I'd like to get a panel going. So both of you up here, I'm gonna let the stream keep playing, but I definitely will appreciate a conversation probably taking place. No doubt, I'm sure it will. I'm fucking high as fuck from these dabs, so it's fucking THC crack, to be honest. JG, do you smoke weed at all from time to time, right? You don't do it habitually. I've heard you speak on it in general, but
Yeah, I used to be a stoner. Like all I did was smoke, and nowadays I try to be as responsible as I can with it.
Yeah, I was chronic.
Salute.
I've been chronic a long time, but last 3 or 4 months, I've really been like, sometimes I'll go 2 weeks without a joint. Today, actually, I smoked 2 joints today. It's Sunday. Had some hot cross buns, But yeah, for the most part, I've smoked less weed in the last 3 or 4 months than I have in decades. But I didn't try. I just, So
Yeah, I'm in my my sprinkle mode, so I'll just sprinkle a little bit of weed and a cigarette once in a while, and that's all I got.
Nice. I mix a bit of tobacco in when I roll joints too, just a tad. Not always, but yeah, I like it like that.
I say sprinkle because my buddy would say that shit growing up. So yo, you got a sprinkle? I always thought it was funny as shit.
That's funny.
I'm finally looking at the chat here. I hope Ice Grills was in here at some point earlier. I was actually thinking about tagging people. I'm probably going to do that for another stream at some point. I'm going to let this play through a little bit, but if you want me to pause, let me know.
I love how he's coming at Islam, man.
Yeah,
I love
go ahead.
Dude, he's coming just authentically. He's not sugarcoating shit. He's coming right at Islam. He's coming at Bombada.
Well, I knew about Malachi Z. York a couple of years ago, but I didn't understand the full extent of what was going on there. And it really is true. These weird little groups that form in the name of some type of greater movement, whatever that is, consciousness, whatever. It's 11:11 on my computer. It's always co-opted to some degree. These quote unquote breakaway movements or Black Power movements, or just even outside of ethnicity, beyond that, just any type of counterculture is usually contrived. And people just need to not get caught up in the loop, for lack of better words and terminology.
I mean, it's always
The
going to
treasure
get
loop.
it's always going to get infiltrated. Like the Black Panthers, who fucked up the Black Panthers? It was a black undercover cop, right? The white man, you know, the man. I hate saying the white man, 'cause it's corny. Just say the man. The man got involved, got a black cop in there, and he fucked the whole thing up. These individuals, like individualism, it doesn't work, man. You can't beat these elites. You can't beat the rulers. The Black Panthers can't win. These Islamic people can't win. Black Israelites, they can't win. It's like, why bother, man? But they're still trying and still dividing.
What's up, Naga? Yeah, I feel
Hey,
you.
salute, bro. Salute to the chat. What's going on,
Hey,
JG? What's going on, Bex? Much love and respect.
appreciate your appearances lately on panels, bro. As
Nah,
always.
for sure.
Nice
You know,
to
I
see you,
gotta pay my
Naga.
dues. Hell yeah, for sure. Much love. You know, I gotta pay my dues. You know, show up. You know, a little bit, little support to everybody as much as I can.
No doubt. You ever
But
watch Bro Sanchez?
yeah, because you know, you know, you gotta, you know, in Haiti, right? There is a saying that you could hit the dog, but you still gotta say, you know, it's, you know, the dog, the teeth is white. You know, so I give him his props, you know, because you know, for his comedy. You know what I'm saying? Because he's hilarious. He's funny as hell. You know, he has some, you know, a sense of humor. So I give him that. You know, but I think, you know, at the end of the day, you know, what it's boiled down to is like he's biased as hell. You know, he's controversial as hell. He's biased as hell. You know, he's just have a whole bunch of uh how you say, how would I say, you know, he got a whole bunch of insulted, you know, insulting point of views. You know, even how he
Yeah,
talks to panels. You know, even how he talks to people in the chat. You know, how he approaches you know, his debate or his stance. You know, basically, you know, he got a whole insulting, you know, point of view. So I think, you know, like I said, I just think he's biased as hell. You know,
cult of personality.
yeah.
When
I
I
know what you
listen to him,
mean.
it just shows he's fed up. You can see he's just fed up, man.
Well, that listen, I see that, but you can't take that on people. You to be fed up, meaning that, you know, you have a part of you that's, you know, that you need to work on. You know, you fed up with yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're a grown man now. You know, it's not like you're a kid. You know, you could be mad at your mom or be mad at your dad. You know, or the whole world. You're a grown man. You're supposed to be able to work on yourself. You know, and fix the thing that you think. You know what I'm saying, that you fed up with.
Yeah, but it's crews of people as you get older that really impact your life and are a problem.
Yeah,
You can
that's
wear
everybody.
whatever
That's
you want.
everybody, man.
There's always crews of people. There's always fucking bullshit that it never leaves, man. The Democrats, the government, you know, fuck Black Israelites. I can't stand them. They never leave.
Well, I don't know. Me, I don't know how to deal, how to, you know, how to say it that way. You know, I just call it for what it is. But when it comes to, I don't think, you know, I can't say never. You know what I'm saying? Never say never. So I think it's the environment that you put yourself in. You know, is the state of mind that you're in. You know, is how you're taking things. Is how you deal with things. You know, somebody can be in my face, you know what I'm saying, all day cursing me out. That don't mean that I have to be mad. I can be, but that don't mean that I have to be mad. I could choose to ignore, you know, what they're saying, or I could choose to look at it from a different perspective. Okay, let me try to, you know, figure out why, you know, he's in my face, you know, cursing me out. Okay, he got a, you know, he got some type of issue that he dealing with, and he just using me as a punching bag. So all right, I'll be the punching bag, you know. so he could, get out what he need to get out. I'm just a punching bag for him, right? But at the end of the day, I still focus on myself. I'm just gonna let him do, the work. I'm not going to, ignore everything I gotta do and just focus on that one person that's in my face all day cursing me out. So I have alternative views. This thing is bigger than just one person. It's bigger than just one narrative. It's bigger than what somebody is doing. It's infinite possibilities.
I feel that. Yep. Well, that's what I was just saying with Bex earlier. It's just the concept. There's multiple angles. And I heard I don't remember what panel, but I heard somewhere on a stream recently they were talking about subjective versus objective and just certain like basic philosophies. And a word that comes to my mind is dynamic. And if you're able to see, the more angles you can see on it, the better. The more dynamic you can be in life. In other words, finesse. There's just certain words, diversity, diversifying. JG talking about crypto earlier, but you all got it.
Yeah, we definitely have that point. That's what, that's how the world is being depicted. Like you said, it's dynamic, polarity, duality. But at the end of the day, I still think the nature of the universe is cosmetic. I don't know if that's a word, but I'm just making it up, with the cosmic. So I think it's cosmetic, it's correlate, I don't think it's like I said, it's a battle. It's a win lose. You know what I'm saying?
Exchange, constant movement. The idea that nothing is ever truly still. That's another thing I've heard recently. Or tie into that, I guess. Well, you got the torus field going. Like, did you draw that? Did you draw that on a graph paper?
Yeah, for sure. This is my own little cosmology.
I thought that was an L. No, I'm playing.
But yeah, I was just cracking jokes in the chat. With what he was saying. It's crazy that he was saying that, man. Y'all better let me, have my freedom of speech. While the whole time, he's going on in somebody else's freedom of speech. It's like, okay, what are you saying right now? Somebody used their freedom of speech to express, a situation, but you're going, against that and against them and still talking about you need your freedom of speech. Okay, you know what I'm saying? It's like, so, we ready to go to war, for freedom of speech. Okay.
I think there's maybe a certain entertainment value taking place here, along with the truth dropping, and maybe some cult of personality aspects I could maybe see at times. Like, I remember when I got timed out with a bunch of other people by the mods because he was restreaming the alien Congress hearings, and a bunch of people were like, "Why are we watching this shit?" He's like, "I want to watch this shit. If you don't want to fucking see it, you don't have to be here." Like, he just kind of went off for no reason. Like, that's just a minor example, but it's just the whole, I guess, minor tribalism that can take place and with these YouTube channels and the cult of personality. But overall, I like Bro Sanchez, but I do see some of what you're saying potentially, Naga, with maybe certain unseen hypocrisies with what he's saying, the attitudes.
Yeah,
I'm gonna let this play here, though. You got it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Now I
I'm
was
gonna
just
let it play
saying
when
in
you're
the
done.
and I was just saying in the insulted point of views, like you just mentioned, with somebody just had a point of probably wanted to be open minded, wanted to know the details, on why the video is being played, what's the narrative around the video, and and he didn't really get, trying to figure out why they was asking the question, and he just insult the person, trying to, all right, get up out of there, you know what I'm saying? I could do this by myself, I don't need you to be up here, telling me why I'm doing something. I'm a grown man. I do what I want. You know, it's gotta like he have that energy that he will insult his panel, he will insult the chat, and he will insult, or whatever point of view he have on somebody else content because he have a debated mindset. Mind state. This is what he do. As a debater, because he a couple of years ago he stopped doing that, but he built his channel, on debating people. You know what I'm saying? So he always insult these people, when it comes to the information or to the debate point of views, to the point, and not only he will insult them, but also overtalk them. You know what I'm saying? Cut them off, mute them. You know what I'm saying? All these things is adding up, to the insult. You're already talking to me crazy. I'm a grown man. There's no way you should be talking to me the way you're talking to me. And on top of that, when I'm expressing that, you want to tell me, oh, I'm crying, oh, I'm doing this. You want to mute me. You want to tell me, let's get back to the whatever. Like, what I'm saying? You're trying to control me as a man, while you insulting me. So, like I said, I give him his props, for his comedy, because he's funny. He have a sense of humor. But, overall, I think he, he's biased as hell. You know,
Hey, I'm gonna let it play, but I appreciate the input.
for sure.
Malcolm made the Nation of Islam what it is, nigga. When people around the world think about the NOI, they don't think about Permacon. The biggest face and biggest soul to ever come out of that organization was the good old Malcolm and a good Die Young. Now you got these young motherfucking scammers like Dr. Ben and all these. Man, the Nation of Islam ain't nothing but a fucking den of thieves and crooks and scammers and alien talking ass niggas. They got rid of the real threats like Malcolm X and Khalid Muhammad. They silenced them niggas, end up killing them niggas. Now what you got is a bunch of niggas smiling in the damn small hat's face.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say a minute ago. Like, I feel what you're saying, especially like when he starts getting into the small hat stuff. But I do understand. I don't think I don't see the optics nonetheless with those bean pies or whatever the fuck. Someone compared those small hats to bean pies recently, and he starts saying that a lot with the Nation of Islam, saying they're making bean pies for charity or some shit. But you got it, Bex. If you want to get the mic before it plays.
No, I'm good. I'm ready. I'm
Okay.
keen to keep going.
I wasn't
But
sure.
thank you so much. Thank you.
Well,
Scandalized like Malcolm scandalized Muhammad.
Yeah, we're going to come back to this. Yeah, we're going to come back to this. We're going to get on this. Yeah.
Yeah, dude looks like a vampire.
Yeah.
This minister.
Look, right quick, right? Right? Look,
Yeah,
is
you
that
got it.
they saying that, the people that killed Malcolm is the agent or the Nation of Islam. They killed Malcolm, right? But I'm looking at the situation.
Yeah.
Maybe Malcolm X was the agent, was an agent, the whole time. Or when he started travel, he became an agent, because if your beef was about the Nation of Islam that you grew up in, right? That groomed you to be the person that you are. If your beef is with them, why don't you build your own organization? Why don't you build the organization of Malcolm X, right? and and let your people know, why, you have your own nation. Why, going around, trying to be solo, right? Trying to be by yourself and going on all these white so-called white men platform that y'all was against, in order to expose the Nation of Islam. To me, it just doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? They they both using the white man at the same time. They're talking about, the white man is the devil. So to me it just don't make sense, when it comes to trying to say Malcolm was a hero. He died, being a hero or whatever the case may be. I don't think so. Like, if he was that type of hero, today there would be a nation of Malcolm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hey, I definitely think that with how prominent Malcolm X was on the world stage, it's very possible that at some point, I mean, people would argue that at first, he was misguided and then he was seeing what was going on. But I mean, people can be unwilling agents as well, right? So I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, the devil should damn sure cannot give you justice. The devil, justice cannot come from the devil. Why going to the devil trying to seek justice? To me, that's like that doesn't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? That's just to me. But a lot of people, is
It's like
rooting
a
for him.
rabbit hole. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's a narrative. It's like we're talking about angles and dynamic earlier. It's like there's a focus point, a center point. If you reverse that, you got all these strands going outward, and basically those would be the rabbit holes or the different narratives which you can kind of go off on. It would also be known as a side tangent when you're on a main train of thought. There's all these sideways you can go at every moment. You can go all these different directions. It's like, you know, what you're saying or what others may be saying. These are all different strands, outward narratives, and concepts of what the potential history truly was. And some of these things you can only uh, use the context clues and cross reference and triangulate. And you may never truly get on that quote unquote ground point zero. Of like an example would be 9/11 and the planes, right? There's some people deep in the truth or rabbit holes talking about the hologram planes or direct energy weapons and shit. So it's like that's another example. It's just these different paradigms that whether there's truth or falsehood, that's on the individual and their discernment. But ultimately, there's just all these. Like, a good song would be Illuminati Congo, Internal Ramble. I could share it later. But it's basically, it's the dialectic chaos, not to be confused with Hegelian dialectic, or no, Hegelian dialect. Dialectic chaos is just the chaos of all these different narratives and rabbit holes and different truths or paradigms. Or you're using the word cosmology earlier. That's a good word. Very good word.
Yeah, that's why I'm
But
able to say it because I'm looking at it from the center, like dialectic. Is basically something that's split. Something. It's like someone is like something that split one thing. It's like the division sign. How we got the little two dot. One at the bottom. One at the top, but the line split is like the line split the two dots. You know what I'm saying? So the 0 point is the dialectic itself, you know what I'm saying, and whatever it's splitting, you know what I'm saying, is the dynamic, you know what I'm saying, of it, of the thing. So I think when it comes to the Malcolm situation in the Nation of Islam, I'm hitting ground zero because you have certain people that's rooted for Malcolm X, right, and you have certain people that's rooted for Nation of Islam. You rarely found a narrative that's saying that man is the same shit, is two wings of the same bird. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. I'm saying they is one and the same. That was a divide and conquer, narrative that was being put in order to divide, the so-called black community, which is divided today. You have, especially the Nation of Islam is definitely divided. You have certain people, that stand on Malcolm, and 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 Caleb, Caleb something, right? and then you have the rest, that rock with Farrakhan. You know what I'm saying? So the temples,
Yeah.
all the temples, of the Nation of Islam don't have the same teaching. All of them is not, uh, following Mark, Louis Farrakhan. You know what I'm saying? Some of them, they have their own teaching, which they claim is the teaching of the prophet. You know what I'm saying? So the nation is definitely divided, and it's all divided because of Malcolm. You know what I'm saying? Some of them picking, they're choosing his side. And like I said, some people choosing, aside from the from choosing Farrakhan. So it's two sides. Nobody is really in the middle, saying that okay, look, maybe this thing, was created in order to divide us in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Because the division that Malcolm is bringing out doesn't make any sense. And the justification that, the Nation of Islam is doing on Malcolm doesn't make any sense. So maybe this was a whole plan, you know what I'm saying? A divide and conquer plan, that was
Yeah, I can
implanted in the.
totally. Yeah, now that you laid it all out with what you just said, yeah, I can see that exactly. Because things they do, I don't want to get too like conspiratorial. I don't mind though at the same time. They do get that intricate with things, with knowing that there will be that chaotic exploding outward effect through putting things in a certain means, to play out in a certain way. It's just the new world order optics at play. I might have to start restreaming Pineal if he's live right now just to say hi. But go ahead. Yeah, if you want to say anything else, you got it. I want to let it play a little bit longer. Let it get through to some of the stuff later on. But I appreciate the input, Naga.
Yeah, now go ahead. You
Tribe.
could play the video unless somebody else, is adding a little, something to it.
Hey, Tribe has challenged you down in the chat, bro. And this is the same guy that you went back and forth with that one time. I just want to say. But I'm gonna let it play. Hey, I think you made some good points, bro. I could see it being a thing with Malcolm being an agent, or unwillingly or willingly, with multiple other people, bro. I mean, most of these organizations are fucking co-opted, man. That's just what it is.
Malcolm
Yeah,
X
Tribe
was
is okay. Tribe is okay with me.
A
I'm
word
gonna be
about
very
it. It's just, by the way,
very
it's me and
brief.
my ego. It's my love for it.
Tribe is okay with me.
That's
He's
why.
just expressing his freedom of speech.
Oh fuck yeah! Tribe is okay with me too. I like Tribe.
That's not a challenge for me at all. You know what I'm saying?
No, man. I hear you. I'm just having fun. I'm not being serious. The challenge.
I am the light onto the world because it's nothing new with my ego. It's just I'm trying to help you guys out. Okay, and that was funny and weird enough. But then he went on to recount a vision he had back in 1985 in Mexico, where he boarded a UFO, what he calls the Wheel, and he said it was an unidentified flying object.
So this nigga Farrakhan killed Malcolm X, allegedly, killed Khalid Muhammad, allegedly, just to hijack the narrative about UFOs and shit. I told y'all that the realism group runs the religion. The root word of religion is Ra-El, Ra and El, two ancient sun gods combined. Ra and El are these demigods on the fifth dimension. These are the real aliens. These guys worshiping the fucking artificial intelligence that's been on the earth. They call it Satan, Legion, but religion is all about UFOs. This is the symbol of the people that run the world, y'all. That's the Star of David. All right, that's the Star of Bethlehem. This is the Star of Remphan. What am I telling you? I'm telling you that the world's most richest, powerful people all are seeding the UFO religions in the world. And
all right, this is Barry Stone, full retard, talking about UFOs.
What's up, JG? I was about to pause it. Go ahead, bro. I definitely got a couple of things to say here as well. It's interesting. Go ahead.
This is where he goes wingnut full retard talking about UFOs. He's like, he'll say some real shit, and then he goes down this fucking avenue. It's just saying nonsense.
Well, but hey, you gotta see where he goes with it, because he's gonna make a way greater point and make more of a fool of the Nation of Islam minister and this Black Magic 636 guy.
Of it all, when you talk about a dude in the clouds rapturing you up into the clouds, that's the UFO abduction. They got real technology to transport the consciousness from the body, dude, on some Ghostbuster shit. And guess what? They about to bring that up through Neuralink and all that. That's the technology. That's the crown of thorns. I'm not going to go into all that. Understand, though, I got plenty of videos on realism. I got a whole series and documentaries on it on this channel. Just type in realism. You're going to get 4 videos that's going to blow you away. They all about cloning. They all about like Neuralink, transport consciousness. These are the aliens. I don't even think these Raelian people are human. If you take the aura off of it, it's alienism, realism.
Coming at ya. We're back, folks. Brian O'Shea's out of jail. $ Brian O'Shea comedy, if I'm not mistaken. I hope I got that right. If you want to help with his tow fees, I'm assuming that he has. We're gonna watch Virgil's video because I never did get around to watching it. So we're gonna check out Virgil's video, Young and Fearless. But first, why don't I roll that clip that I had? Let's see if I still have that clip. Hold on a second here.
Him talking about UFOs just shows me how fucking ignorant he is towards mind control. You get what I'm saying?
He seems to know a lot about the topic.
If you still believe in UFOs and you're going with these fucking nut ass theories, like you're still fucking fooled. You're still bald. You're still insane. You're not in reality. You're in your imagination. You're duped. You're hoodwinked, indoctrinated. The dude's just talking out of his ass, you know.
Well, I think there's some interesting symbolism going on there, because it's basically a swastika inside a Star of David. So, you know, interesting like synergy going on between two supposedly completely polarized symbols, right? It just kind of goes to show the whole narrative and history. And I mean, it's right there, man. I mean, the contrived polarity, right? That symbol of the Israelism, but the thing is, bro, Sanchez is not a fucking UFO type guy, though. You gotta understand, like, he may get into some occultic stuff or metaphysical stuff you may not fuck with, but he's not talking about UFOs and black people on Mars, this corny shit that is definitely, I think, a problem in any conscious community and movement, regardless of ethnicity. Fucking aliens on Mars, or you know, we're on the moon, there's Nazi bases, all, you know, the Gaia LARPs. It's terrible.
Well, from what he was just saying, you can tell he's still, you know, he's still kind of out there, you know.
Okay.
The thing about him, bro, that's why I say one thing I said about him is that he's controversial. You know, he studied. No, first of all, he studied the Matrix well, right? And then he studied, you know, the people in power. He know that, you know, they use control a position, you know, in order to dominate the reality. And that's what he's doing with his teaching is control opposition. You know, in one way, he's going to show you how the devil, you know, is wrong, or how, you know what I'm saying. A lot of things is, you know, is coming from the devil. In another live, another stream, he's going to show you how, you know, God is not really, you know, what we think it is. You know what I'm saying? God is this, God is that. So he's playing both sides of the field because he know how to play. He understand how to play chess. So he controlling, you know, all the pieces on the board. You know, on the black and white, you know, chessboard. He's controlling, you know, all the pieces. This is why he don't really need people, you know what I'm saying, to come and add their 2 cents. You know what I'm saying, and what he's saying.
Yeah, he's still got childish beliefs. He's still caught up in the dumb shit, you know.
For sure, the controller position is that's some dumb shit. For real. Again, this is what the powers that that be. This is what they're about. Controller position. You know, they're hiding their hand. They're over here on one hand showing you everything, and then they over here hiding the other hand that's doing the real thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's really like I said, he ain't doing nothing different from the powers that be. This is why he is who he is. He have a lot of people follow him and a lot of people resonate with him. Then at the same time, he have a lot of people disagree with him. That's controller position.
Well, I'll tell you this right now: the guy's not that bright. From what he's saying, you can tell right off the bat that he's controlled. He's still fooled. He's still hoodwinked, and that's his problem.
Yeah,
Once he gets,
I agree. Before he even get to a certain point, a lot of people were saying he's a Masons. But because he trying to go on, go off on the Masons. So a lot of people think, okay, if this dude was a Masons, he wouldn't trying to expose them, so called his thing. You know what I'm saying? He's exposing everything. According to him, he's the only one that got the story right. He even got a fucking a song, you know what I'm saying? That he played, Bro Sanchez, I got this story right. He think he the only one that got the story right because he based everything on what the ancestors said. How the fuck you know what the ancestors said?
yo, it's kind of funny, right? I don't know. I have a comedic mind. He's a black guy, and his fucking name is Bro Sanchez. What the fuck is that shit?
Yeah, I think they asked him about it. He got a Mexican last name. He got two last name. I think his bloodline came from Mexico, some shit like that.
All right. I don't know. To me, that shit's funny. Bro Sanchez. It's like the most non-black name you could come up with.
Yeah, somebody asked him about that.
That's just funny shit,
You're funny, JG.
Come on, man.
Nah, he definitely right. That's why I know he's right because somebody already asked him about it. I was thinking about it for a long time. I'm just not one of the people that will go on his platform, what I'm saying, and trying to build with him because his insult, what I'm saying, wouldn't allow me to talk. Not only his insult, he will be insulting me, and when I called him out, he will try to boot me and try to mute me because I see it happen to other people multiple times. He will insult you, mishandle you, and when you call it out, he will mute you to tell you to stop crying. Get back to that while he constantly doing it to you. you know so I
Right.
know that part right there
I've
wouldn't
seen
allow me
that.
to.
Yeah, I've definitely seen that, man. And that's the thing with a lot of these YouTube channels. It's like the cult of personality thing that can ensue with some of these endeavors. But go
Guys
ahead.
like Bro Sanchez guys like Bro Sanchez that are this, controlled and fooled and hoodwinked, they're going to be threatened by anything you say. These guys are eagerly offended. They're he's not down to earth, man. This guy's
It's-
emotional intelligence, his mind, he's out there. That's what I'm saying. This guy's a kook.
for sure, I agree. That's why the only props I give him is being funny. But I can't say that, okay, he's a truthful person. You know what I'm saying? I can't really say that because I know he's being biased. He's playing both sides and being biased towards both sides, to fit the narrative of the teaching, the so-called teaching that he's doing at the time. So I ain't gonna go for that.
All right, well, I'm gonna have to give it some comedic relief now since we're getting so fired up about Bro Sanchez. But no, I do agree with the panel debate action. There's some disingenuous shit that goes on. It's the quote unquote mod godding, as it could be coined and termed.
Now is this
Or called.
the same guy? Is my fault?
No. this is who. Okay, this is who I found through Bro Sanchez when I first started watching these streams. And he just says some funny shit about someone else that's not even relevant.
Big Dog.
with me.
I hope this
Yep.
guy's from Philadelphia. I hope he's not from fucking New Jersey, man. Big Dog Philly OG, but I'm from New Jersey.
Nah, Big Dog
I
Philly
think
OG is great.
I'm like from the ground up. You guys are like from the top down, like how you know some of these people. Like I met Big Dog Philly OG, and I don't even like aside from like these panels, I didn't even know who Bro Sanchez was. Like,
Yeah, I don't know who Big Dog Philly OG is, but
Now, Philly OG got the same personality, you know, to some degree. Not so much the same personality, but he kind of, you know, he'll let you talk. You know what I'm saying? Even though he'll cut you off at certain time, but he will definitely, you know what I'm saying, let you talk. But Bro Sanchez, you know, he's not going to let you talk and call him out at all. He just, as soon as you're about to call him out, I know what you're about to say, you know, and he already boot you. You know what I'm saying? He put you on mute, or sometime you unmute yourself, you know, and he'll put you in the back chat. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you gotta go now. I'm put you in the back for a little bit. That's how, you know. That's how big his ego is. His ego is so big to the point that, you know, he can't even let you, you know, stay on the panel while he making his point. Like he'll put you in the back chat and then try to, you know what I'm saying, put you back in again so you could talk. You know, because he's not going to let you, you know, get it out.
Well, hey, I know he's not a Mason because Sir Drop is hitting the link on those panels still these days, and I remember when that shit went down at Flat Power TV, and anyway, I don't know if people follow any of that lore. It's probably pretty irrelevant to most, but yeah, man, no, I still like Bro Sanchez, but I get it. You know, sometimes it's that cult of personality, and so all I'm gonna chalk it up to. I skipped over his Israelism for JG, but I want to review what he gets into here about the Nation of Islam a little further.
Wait, what?
Let's get it. Was more relevant to blacks than Farrakhan. Ever since he got rid of Khalid Muhammad and Farrakhan, we've been left with a bunch of pseudoscience and alien talk. You mean to tell me we got them niggas out the way for Wesley Muhammad? Really? They wanted to water the NOI down so that it can be marketable for corporations. And now when you look at it, it's just an organization that sells bean pies. Them niggas is in the pie selling business. Quit talking about you're a nation of army of black people. No, you're a pie company. Some people don't think of the NOI and think military. They think of the NOI and think, you know what? That's Marie Callender's competition.
Let me see. I got a lot of people in the chat room, but I don't see anybody up here. My computer's shaking. Okay, there y'all go. All right, there y'all go. All right, so listen, I'm about to bring my guest on. Oh, family, listen. You better share the link for tonight's video. It's about to get real interesting tonight. So make sure you share the link, and also make sure you hit the like button. That's good for the algorithm, so other people can discover this show tonight. All right, let's get to a commercial, and we'll be right back, family. 1 minute.
Yeah, we don't want to see them corny ass black magic big afro commercials with niggas in front of your shit talking about, we are the cosmic originators. See, the black man is occupying Uranus, Neptune, and small parts of Pluto. Like, this is literally what I call makeup consciousness. Comic book consciousness. We don't want to see your corner commercial selling a nigga some black power oil. And if he rub it on him and to activate his melanin, no, dog, just come on.
The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad was talking about a lot of this stuff before anybody was talking about it.
So that's a goddamn lie, fool. Talking about Elijah Muhammad was talking about aliens and shit before anybody. when it's a whole movement called realism that's been around before the NOI. The International Aurelian Movement, Aurelian Church. And nigga, Jim Jones was talking about the mother plane. The fuck you talking about? All Farrakhan doing is taking the same shit Jim Jones did, but he ain't making the people drink the Kool-Aid. It's so many people been talking about there's a mother plane that's gonna come back and save us. Some niggas called it Nibiru. It's gonna come and save us. That's a ship full of our ancestors. It's on the way right now. Motherfucker, if they on a spaceship that moves at light speed, they should have been here, dummy. And I'm gonna tell you something right now, nigga. Everybody waiting on a sky daddy, including you mother plane motherfuckers. You ain't off the hook, nigga. You just giving them the white man religion again. Got niggas waiting on spaceships and shit. I've been waking, chasing spaceships. Wish that I could buy me a spaceship and fly past the sky. Looking ass nigga.
So we cannot leave the Nation of Islam out of this conversation.
Yes, we can, nigga. We don't want to hear niggas that sell bean pies talk about green men. What the fuck is this?
And it is an honor to have you.
Nigga, and look at that nigga face, Wesley Muhammad. Yes. And we're about to engage in a conversation about little green men. When we talk about little green man, let's not look so serious, okay? It's funny, man. It's funny.
You be a part of this conversation that's taking place in society. We hear about aliens in Florida, the Florida Mall. We hear about all types of stuff, whether it's real or fake or whatever. But it's definitely an interesting conversation. It's a conversation that for a long time, melanated brothers and sisters was left out of. A lot of us don't feel as though it's...
You see what I'm saying, man? How can you leave a motherfucker out of a conversation? How this alien shit work is there's a group of people over there talking about aliens. If you're interested, you walk your ass over there and talk about it with them. Ain't nobody leaving you out. You just don't want to take your shy ass over there and butt in. And that's what I'm saying about these niggas. For a long time, we was left out of it. Nigga, that's because niggas didn't give a fuck about no aliens. That was good. Niggas didn't have time to think about aliens when they had the white man sicking dogs on them. Niggas didn't have time to talk about aliens when they was getting skeeted down by the fire department in the South. For a long time, we've been left out of this conversation. Nigga, for a long time, we ain't had the luxury to sit around and waste our time entertaining motherfucking aliens. When you get a bunch of niggas together, we need to be strategizing, not conspiring about aliens and shit. And my thing is, ain't nothing wrong with researching, philosophizing, getting into conspiratorial things, but it's something wrong with it when you call yourself a nation, because the United States, they don't sit around and talk about mother planes and shit. They sit around and talk about who we gonna bomb next, who shit we finna go take. While y'all niggas, meanwhile, you got a bunch of niggas in bow ties in the kitchen with aprons on baking bean pies. So we know that a lot of money that the Nation of Islam make come from bean.
Hey, I think at some point these niggas talking, wearing the bow tie, talking about them alien ships. I think at some point the aliens just going to come and start grabbing these niggas by the bow tie and hang. And you know what I'm saying?
I mean, honestly, yeah, if there's aliens, it's definitely not any of the conventional shit.
Yeah, the alien
the
ship was just
grays, greens.
them alien ships was just hovering on top of them niggas, and just grab them by the bow tie and carry them niggas,
It's
out of
all
there and save them niggas from out of there.
it's all propaganda. It's always been propaganda. That's just how it is, man.
Mr. Pie is in the
Pies and
building.
newspapers and stuff. Deals with the devil. But they don't take shit. The white man do, though. He wants some, he take it. When the nation of black men wants something, they say, how many bean pies do we gotta sell to get it?
Was that important? But nonetheless, you're here today. I appreciate it, my brother. And look forward to having this talk. I know you got a book out. And what's the name of the book you recently got out, my brother? What's the name of it?
Chariots of the Black Gods. The UFO.
Another pseudo fucking book. And that motherfucker the size of this damn bigger than the Bible. Chariots of the Black Gods. And niggas is reading these books like it's real. Boy, that is a fairy tale shit. You know you're gonna buy that book in the fiction section, right? I told you these are big ass comic books. Chariots of the Black Gods. You know what I'm saying? Like it's black people in the sky flying UFO ships. And if it is, fuck them bitches. They ain't came down to help me, nigga. You got a whole thick ass book written about some black gods in the sky right now that's flying chariots, but they ain't swing low, sweet chariot. Coming forth to carry me home, looking ass nigga. Swing low, sweet chariot. Coming forth to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot. Looking ass nigga. You little swing low, sweet chariot-headed motherfucker. I'm tired of y'all niggas. The goddamn, this is the chariots of the black gods. Man, fuck them niggas. They ain't my gods, nigga. I got so much disrespect. Nigga, fuck them black gods and them chariots. They ain't on our side. They own them goddamn chariots, looking down here at they people being oppressed, but they won't swing low. Sweet chariot. So fuck them, nigga.
For reality and the alien.
And yeah, you can burn that book up, nigga, because they won't make themselves known. You telling me it's black gods and chariots, nigga. They the motherfucking best at hiding, nigga. They know how to play hide and seek like a motherfucker. The only place we can find these black chariot ride motherfuckers is in your big ass book, son.
And hopes.
Man.
There's two pillars of this book.
First is two pillars of this book. And if you was dumb enough to waste that much time out of your life to read a book called The Black Chariots of the oh my God. Oh my God. If you was dumb, boy, that book probably took 2 years of motherfucking wisdom out your brain. I know you dumber than what you was before you read that book. If you read that whole book, I know it made you dumber. See, in Wesley Muhammad book, it talk about black people living around Saturn. Yeah, nigga, this is hearsay and fairy tales and comic book shit.
First, let me say,
yes,
all of the talk of aliens, it's not incidental or accidental, but deliberate.
Mm-hmm.
The conversation has been deliberately cluttered with alien talk, and I document that. So while, Brother Rich, I would never waste time putting out a work that simply recycles old news. If I cannot make...
But that's exactly what you're doing. If you're talking about black gods in the sky riding chariots, that's another sky daddy religion, nigga. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Anything that got you looking up at the sky for a savior is no different than Christianity, nigga. It's no different than the church, man. They just gonna say, okay, but you ain't looking up for Jesus. You looking up for the mother plane. I don't give a fuck, nigga. It's still a sky daddy. Well, you ain't looking up to Christ or to a mother plane. It's a God, a black dude in a chariot. Fuck him too. I don't fuck with sky daddies, nigga. If I can levitate to the sky right now, I stone cold Steve Austin them bitches because they don't come down to help, motherfucker. So why should we look up there and give a damn, nigga? I don't lift my head to the sky and ask for help. I look in the goddamn mirror and say, how am I gonna make this shit work, nigga? All this sky daddy motherfucking shit, nigga. It's just a big fucking book promoting a new sky daddy under a different damn outfit, nigga. Talking about you don't regurgitate shit like y'all invented the sky daddy concept, nigga.
A unique contribution to a subject. I leave the subject to those who can. The reason I would hazard to put out a 500-page book when there are
500 pages of bullshit. Do you know how easy it is to type up 1,000 pages of bullshit? He only did 500, nigga. That's not no good shit. If somebody says, Sanchez, you get to write a book based upon bullshit, whatever you pull out of your mind, no research. Nigga, I can write a 3,000-page book, nigga, in a week like that. If I can just blabber on about fairy tales and shit, and around Saturn that was black people, and on Uranus there's little yellow men with purple feet, and when you touch them they say E, E, E. Nigga, I'll be writing so much just shit, and niggas will be like, on page 700,045, Brother Sanchez said that was little purple man on Uranus with yellow feet, and when you touch them they say E, E, E. What page was just shit? And niggas will be like, on page 700,045, Brother Sanchez said that was little purple man on Uranus with yellow feet, and when you touch them, they say E, E, E. What's little purple man on Uranus with yellow feet, and we flip to it. Take you an hour to flip to that bitch. Tell me when you get it, Ock.
500 pages, 1,100 footnotes. Can't leave that out. When there,
man, you only wrote 500 pages of bullshit for real, and I bet you it's got the big print too. It's got the big print too.
Brought thousands upon thousands of books on the subject. It's because in this book I do break new ground. 2 pillars of this book. Chariots of the black gods. My focus here is not on the reality whether UFOs are real or not. 1,000 books on that subject.
Right.
There are many, many books that purport to document and describe the occupants, the pilots.
And look at King Simon pseudo ass. Man, these niggas are fucking coalition of pseudos, bro, who putting out a bunch of information that's keeping our people stagnant in a chocolate-coated form of Christianity. So let me explain something to you. Instead of our people, okay, when we was in the church, right, we used to say we're anointed. When we left the church and got under these niggas, we started saying we're melanated. In the church, we talked about our Holy Ghost power. In this community, we talk about our melanin power. In the church, we talked about how you got to activate the Holy Ghost power within you. In the Black conscious community, you got to activate your melanin power. In the church, they sold so many books and literature on how to activate your Holy Ghost. And in the Black conscious community, the fucking amount of literature on how to activate your melanin and all that is fucking insane. People like do good at picking up on parallels. I'm trying to school you on the game. In the church, right? We talk about Jesus coming in the sky and the clouds to save us. In the Black conscious community, we talk about the mother plane doing it. They didn't do nothing but chocolate coat Christianity. I can keep going on with this.
But all of them are wrong.
Mm-hmm.
This is the only book that documents the black pilots of the ship. The Honorable
You telling me black men are in the heavens flying spaceships that defy all of our technology and comprehension, and they ain't coming to save their people? So we got black men in the heaven flying intergalactic spaceships while you niggas on the ground selling bean pies and bow ties.
Where the fuck was I? Hold on, I lost my fucking spot. Here, 1 second. There we go. It's gonna be right around here.
Hey, Christos, thank you for doing that, man. I
Right
appreciate
here. Let me see if it's there. We go. All right, cool. It says in recent developments, Matthew Sopron was exonerated of the murder charges of Carrie Hovel and Helena Martin and was just released from prison in December 2018 after testimony from Eric Anderson and Brian O'Shea. Later revealed they were coerced by Chicago police to admit that Matthew Sopron and Wayne Tusis were the ones that ordered the shooting. Brian O'Shea was the first to confess long ago that he was coerced at a young age, but recently Brian Anderson came forward admitting that Matt Sopron did not order the shooting and was not even aware. Chicago police were eager to convict the leadership of the Almighty Popes, even provided Begek and O'Shea with alcohol, and even let them watch pornography at the police station, as long as they pinned everything on the leadership of the popes. This was a horrible injustice, even though Sopron had a leadership role with the popes. He did not deserve this punishment for this crime. It was also incorrect that Sopron and Tusis were the overall leaders of the popes. At that time, Lorenzen was still in charge, but also did not have any part in ordering the shooting. The shooters acted on their own at that moment, and may even say Nicholas Morphin didn't even know the shooting was going to happen.
Let's get something on the record here, because I did a little search myself, and you want to know how old this shit, how long ago this was, just for some context. Look when this is from, ladies and gentlemen. 1995, dude. Okay, 1995. I was like 3 years old. This was literally fucking almost 30 years ago, dude. Okay, so just so we can get that on the record for some context here, let's get back to the Truth or Slop open panel that is apparently the last stream that this guy's gonna do for a while, hence digital exodus, because he's probably so scared of the obvious truth staring at him in the face that he's a slave and he doesn't want to accept simple truths. He's
writing about it. Get the fuck out of here, you damn agents and imposters.
Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught the truth of who and what is flying these crafts. I document this is the first.
How the fuck he know? How the fuck he know? He don't even know how to get proper consent from a young. Matter of fact, he don't even know how to date within his damn age bracket, nigga.
Oh my God!
We don't want to hear a pedophile tell us about a mother plane. The black community going to hell in a handbasket. Tell that nigga, let's talk about them victims that came out on him. We don't care about a mother plane. When that shit land, we'll care about it.
You see what I'm talking about?
Tired of y'all
Exos?
goofy ass.
You see what I'm talking about? How he got a controversial point of view? How the hell he gonna talk about God and all that, but yet he's still saying that these people are going to hell? Make it make sense.
Yo, I'm so grateful I got these day ones and diehards here in the chat with me holding it down. I know there's a bunch of other people live, but yeah, I know what you mean, bro. Inflammatory,
Controversial as a
exaggerate.
motherfucker.
Yeah,
Just to fit his narrative.
Well, I mean, that's I think part of why he's so big, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying earlier. This is why he's so big, for the same reason that the power that be able to dominate the reality the way they are, because they're controlling both sides. They're playing both sides on both sides of the field, and that's exactly what he's doing right now. He's over here critiquing God, but yet he's still using godly term, to justify his critics.
Mm-hmm.
Or religious term. He over here critiquing religion, realism, but he using religious term, to support his critics. Like, bro, this is controversial and biased as hell. But go ahead, bro. I just wanted to point that out right quick.
Yeah, for sure, man. No worries.
As niggas. There are black pilots flying them shits. How the fuck you know? If what we see in the sky is piloted by black folks, guess what? We often see these damn things with the military. Watch this. You telling us that these are black pilots, but every time we see these damn UFO ships, it's got U.S. Air Force on it. Every time we see these UFO ships in the sky, they near a military base. Every time we see these goddamn advanced aircraft that they got, it's crashing near Roswell, near a military base. When you see these goddamn things in the sky, they got Air Force planes with them. But you telling me them black pilots, and they only want to fly and fuck with the white man, but they ain't gonna come help black people? Man, shut your dumb ass up.
Torture, motherfucker, torture. I'll fucking put you on a panel and make you listen to Bro Sanchez for fucking 30 minutes. I'll fucking sew your asshole closed and keep feeding you and feeding you and feeding you.
Every time we see these motherfucking so Wesley Muhammad wants you to think that it's some black man inside of this shit right here, y'all.
Stupid.
That this thing right here, this is black man's technology. I'm gonna show you how he's a goddamn lie, nigga. You gonna give this white man his credit. You gonna give this white man his credit, nigga. I'm gonna show you who invented this shit. See,
let me say one thing again, Extos.
He's just talking he making up.
You see how he want to give the white man, you know, their credit, but he was over here going off on Farrakhan for giving the Jews their credit. You see what I'm talking about? So this dude is like, he's nuts. You know, he's sick with this thing. Like he got this thing like down pack, like he said, like he picked up on parallels. You know what I'm saying? He definitely do. And he going to use them to fit his narrative every time.
Shit. Check this out, y'all. This is the dude that invented the motherfucking flying saucer. I didn't mean to hit the laugh button. I meant to give him a bum. Tell area, son, with a suit and tie on, you're walking hypocrisy, son.
First book that documents the reality of the black pilots of the ship. The second pillar of this book, which is equally important to me, is the alien hoax. Deconstructing the alien hoax, the extraterrestrial hypothesis of the UFO phenomenon is government disinformation.
How are you taking government disinformation and attaching black pilots to it, hypocrite? I want to see how you gonna make that work.
The cover-up, Brother Rich, the cover-up regarding.
Watch this, y'all. They covering up the fact that it's a black man flying them ships. I bet you that's what he finna come with.
It's not covering up the UFOs exist. The real cover-up is putting it out there, seeding the public with the idea that UFOs are being flown by extraterrestrials. I document the origin of this particular disinformation operation, and it dominates the conversation today, deliberately.
First thing I want to, let me ask you this: is it on Amazon? People want to know if it's on Amazon.
It is on Amazon. It's a #1 new release on Amazon.
Y'all hear this shit? The white man give out Bibles for free. He put them in hotel rooms. Why? Because he want to spread his colonization and indoctrination. The black man is such a lowlife and scum, right? He don't even know how to indoctrinate the white man's children. He just know how to scam his own using the white man's indoctrinating approach. Think about what I just said. Think about what I just said. This man is selling books. The white man giving away Bibles to instill his ideology into the mind and hearts of your child. He don't want your money. He wants your soul. You'll bring him your money after he get that. See, the Nation of Islam ain't chess players. They're not wise men. They're a bunch of niggas in bow ties with fucking chemicals in their head that's killing their goddamn brain cells.
Right now.
Oh, that's
you
big.
can order it on Amazon. You can order it directly from drwesley.info.
All of the white man's religion is about going to people that don't look like him and giving them that religion and that message for free. At least they think it's for free. But when they accept his faith, he's gonna own they shit. Why do we got a Nation of Islam that won't help in this spiritual warfare? Why don't we go and do what they doing and colonize they people? No, you rather sell bullshit to your own people. Instead of you colonizing your enemy, how he doing you just selling bean pies and alien books to your own broke ass people who broke anyway. I tell you, boy, black folks don't think big at all. Get my book from off Amazon. Nigga, the white man putting the Gideon family giving away Bibles. And they are a royal dynasty to reckon with. You niggas just don't get it. Niggas in the Nation of Islam got a nickel and dime mentality. A street hustle mentality. You know, you gotta think. The Nation of Islam started in a place where niggas sell a lot of shit on the street. They set up tables. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I love those kind of markets. I'm just saying, nigga, you're selling out when you go to selling alien books and selling shit that's really not gonna get our people in there. I don't mind a nigga going to buy a little bangle off the table, you know, nigga buy, but you standing there like, hey, did you know that the black man is the original UFO? Like, we don't need to sell that, nigga. You selling bullshit, nigga. Hell no, nigga. You ain't got no fucking conscience of like, damn, why you think I hadn't wrote a book yet? Because when you write that book, it's gonna go out there forever, nigga. Books is it's a ritual to do a book. You're gonna be remembered more by that book that you made than all them videos you put out. That's what I'm telling y'all. I got over 5,000 videos on social media. That's how long I've been doing it. But if I make one book, people gonna judge me by that one book, and they ain't gonna judge me by them videos. The book game is a different beast. You need to really take your time with that book and get it right. That's gonna be the solidification of all your life work for real. That's why I'm putting out quote books and little shit like that and taking my time with the book that's gonna embody my research. Cause I don't wanna have to go back and do it over because I wanna keep selling the book. Cause I'm the type nigga, if my book written on something that I found out was wrong, I'm taking it off the shelf, man. And then I'm gonna write another book. But then what happens is you will lose credibility as an author for pulling that book off the shelf saying I was wrong. I'm gonna write another one. Then the people say, well, damn, how I know you're gonna be right about that one? So what happens is when people write a book, they don't care if it's wrong or right. They can never pull it off the shelf. You out there now, you feeding your family with this. So whatever in that book, you stuck. You got to act like it's right. So just say if you wrote a book and you find out in your heart, damn, I was wrong about this. As an author, you ain't gonna say that. You gonna let people keep buying the book. You see what I'm saying? You will never say something in my book was wrong, though, and I meant to correct that with this. That don't fucking happen.
Or via Amazon.com.
All right, let's get to, you know.
Yeah, you selling your book about black men being interdimensional travelers on a white man platform named Jeff Bezos. That's what I'm saying. This is just so stupid. Black men are so smart that we up in space flying UFO ships. But we so dumb, we got to sell the book about that to our people through the white man's platform. The black man so smart, he can tell you about black men that live near Uranus. He can tell you about black men that live near Saturn. And people will say, how you know that? The black man is so deep and he know all this stuff. He just don't know how to create his own Amazon to sell it through. Ain't that a bitch? I'm gonna tell you right now, the black man need to start focusing on shit that concerns us on the ground, on earth, and get our heads up out the heavens into ET land. Because if you know what's going on all in the heavens with the aliens and all that, but the Nation of Islam don't have their own Cash App, they don't have their own version of Amazon. You mean to tell me I can't even go on a Nation of Islam website and order me a bean pie? But you niggas want to convince me that you're advanced and that the black man is flying UFO ships? Boy, y'all are fucking jokes.
No, so much talk about aliens, UFOs. I want to start out the show by asking you about this. 'Cause, brother, I don't, the research you put out there, when you just said how many footnotes you got in that book, and the book is 500 pages. I mean, brother, you do your homework.
And goddamn brother Rich is just the fakest motherfucker on the internet. He's not gonna challenge nobody. Long as he making money, he can give a fuck about your mind getting indoctrinated or bringing in these different, priests and ministers to further indoctrinate your ass. He's just a nigga that knows I'ma go along to get along, because he act like he's so interested into deep shit, but not flat earth, not nothing else. You niggas is lying like you so interested into knowing the truth. Because if you was, you would definitely explore some of these other things instead of just shoot them down. Wesley Muhammad believe in a globe goddamn earth, but the damn Quran speak about the sky opening up like a canopy. What a fucking fool. Ain't nowhere in the Quran where they talking about aliens and mother planes. That's some shit y'all add to it. The Arabs over there in the Middle East, they not waiting on no mother plane. They worshiping a black cube. So y'all are bringing the American realism movement and blending it with the Middle Eastern shit, creating your own nation of indoctrination to initiate these black folks into this realism religion. Because the realism people teach that it's a advanced race of species or whatever that supposedly come back and get us. In the name of the God over realism, his name is Rael. And they said that he is in direct connection to these aliens. I'm gonna show him to you. That's what they said about Elijah Muhammad. You say, how does Elijah Muhammad know all this about the mother plane? Because he's connected, because he's this just realism, dude. Y'all, everybody is under a UFO cult. I keep telling you, when you say religion, all religion is based upon realism. Yes, man. This is how you get your Jesus cross and Star of Bethlehem right here. This star right here gave you the symbols for all the religions, and that's where Hitler get his swastika from. Because this is the knowledge of creating vortex energy. And this is the knowledge of time travel, Hindu Vimanas, and what they call in the mother plane. Is man-made technology. It ain't no spooky shit. They hiding the truth behind all of these nutcases, behind all of these niggas making claims like, and these are other beings that are 10 feet tall with orange feet and yellow beaks, right? They got to always explain these motherfuckers like they saw them before. They have big ass feet and pink eyes and shit like that. A fairy tale story. You niggas is just, I'm telling you, everybody using the Jim Jones
harass him and then let him go.
Right.
So the new one was I believe he was driving and then he got pulled over for stabs, and then so this man then falls trying to like raise men and 50 years old.
You're roboting just a little bit.
Damn it.
You're roboting just a little bit. Hold on, let me find it. This one.
It's all the bullshit. It's all the fucking bullshit from because you're spewing all that bullshit out, literally, that it's getting into the mic. You know, like if I just held this here, and just spewed bullshit, this little tiny hole right here would be caught up in no time, dude. So yeah, I mean, your shit's caught with bullshit, sir.
All right. Well,
it's like lube ass with the bacon grease, except yours is just literal bullshit, verbal diarrhea.
Out. We can. He's pulling out a Taco Bell. He got himself a fucking delicious chalupa. I guess while he's figuring out his thing here.
Because of this? Yeah. Phony ever, man. TV. Biggest phony. Can I drive?
This is a good clip, though.
Okay.
Yeah, the fucking the cashier behind the counter's like, damn, why is he just exposed me? You telling me somebody just casually went up there and fucking put that on the fucking debit machine? No fucking way. Give that to your manager.
Give it to your manager.
Yeah, the manager's the one that put it on there. Get fucking
I mean, probably, honestly, he's probably not wrong there. You know, I'll give him that.
You know what to do with it.
Then again, it wouldn't be hard for someone to slip it on. I mean, either way, I could believe either way. So
get fucking real.
Stage.
It's so fucking.
Yeah, these motherfuckers are in on it, these workers.
Oh yeah, man. There's no fuck. Look how fucking well that was put in there. This guy had to go to a lot of work to get to remove this.
Yeah, the workers are like, wow, that's crazy. No way, dude.
No way, dude. How did you do, dude? Are you on YouTube? Are you on YouTube? Do you have a YouTube channel? Whoa, bro. That's so crazy. He's got to unscrew it. Huh? Come on, dude.
Hey, Christos, I had to leave, Christos. I had to leave, man.
Okay.
That's what it is. Give it to your manager.
Yeah, I'll be right on that. You know, after they left, they probably put it fucking back on. They're like, fuck that. Get this guy out of here. We're gonna put it back on. We're gonna hide it a little better this time.
Yeah, I put that link to the show in your backstage.
There we go.
Archie's Jones in the seat.
Okay, here we go. All right, let's share it. All right, let's do it.
Now I won't have to stream tonight.
There we go. Now you don't have to stream it. You can do it here.
Perfect.
All right, let's just go big with it, and this will be down here. This will be funny. Let's do it. Right.
What you're saying and doing, you know it's not true and honorable. You know it's not the law of this land, and you know it's the bane of our existence. We're going to slavery and genocide. We're already there, dummy.
Hey, real quick. He goes.
Let's just go big with it, and this will be down here.
So he's mirroring my restream here, or simulcast, if you want me to be politically, whatever, technically correct here. And what's up with these optics here, right? Get chalked up. Why doesn't Get Chalked Up have a moderator wrench? What's going on over there? TB feeling a little, maybe they're not friends. Maybe they're not as cool as they seem to be. Why does EBT have a wrench? Why does all these other characters have wrenches, but not Cuck Body Online? Sorry, Cock Booty Online. Shout out to Slow Boy Whiteboard. But yeah, what's up with that, TBE? Doesn't have a wrench there, man. Not love you enough, sir? So let's watch my restream. So I'm going to be restreaming a restream of my restream, or simulcast rather. So the simulcast restream panelverse panelopticonception is real, folks.
This will be funny. Let's do it.
Of our existence, we're going to slavery and genocide. We're already there, dummy.
Hey, real quick. He goes from fucking tabs on the license plate to slavery and genocide real fucking quick. 0 to 100 real fucking quick.
Yeah. Are you saying like these truther sophist types don't hyperbolize things? Oh yeah. Okay. That's not their fucking habit. I got you.
Do you realize we need to unite right now more than ever? Do you realize that?
I don't need to talk to you.
Okay. You don't need to talk to anyone in your life. I'm sure your wife has the same report of you, your children, your friends, your family.
Yeah, this nigga's talking about this man's wife. Like, what the fuck?
This is what you do. everywhere in life, huh? Just bullshit yourself and everyone else and never take accountability for what we're all creating together or separately. It's pathetic. Do what you got to do, sir. Do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. Do what you're paid to do. Take rights under color of law, and let's get on with it.
As long as he provides a driver's license, registration, and insurance.
He's not required to provide a servant of the people anything. The fact you believe he is why we're already in slavery and lost our rights and free choice.
Dude, these idiots watch this and are like, wow.
That has to do with anything.
Yeah, I don't.
Wow. He's yelling. It must be true.
Other than
I suspect you don't know much in life, sir, and I'd be willing to love you and care for you and work with you if you were also willing and able.
You what?
I said I suspect you don't know much in life, but I'd be willing to love you and care for you and work with you and create a new outcome for all of us.
That's a good way to start shit. Just call him stupid, you know,
Talk shit about his wife.
yeah, talk shit about his wife. Call him stupid in a floral fucking language. Okay, I guess that's cool.
If you were willing and able.
All he has to do is provide the 3 things that we've been asking for.
All he has to do is do what you say, and then you're not going to take his rights and freedom and cause harm to them. You're such a nice guy. What do we owe you? Beyond the tax dollars. What else do we owe you for all your...
Say what?
I said, no, Brian better do what Paul says, not what this guy says. Paul's going to get this motherfucking guy killed, bro.
Yeah.
He's going to get Brian O'Shea killed.
Who really sounds like the authoritarian in this?
Yeah, dude, 36 hours in jail, man. That's fucking, oh, man. Doesn't get worse than that. Jeez. And jail in the States, 3 meals a day and a bed to sleep in and air conditioning, man.
Yeah, but Sean, you gotta admit, Paul was kind of out of pocket.
Right, cops being pretty cool.
Say what?
The cops being pretty cool.
What did you want to say, Cornball?
Yeah, bitch. You gotta admit that Paul was kind of out of pocket with what he's saying. It's like it's a serious situation, and then Paul's just kind of, you know, spurging on these cops.
How would you handle it, sir? Okay. All right.
Cool, actually, at this point.
So kind and great.
And that's all that needs to be.
Right. It's all it needs to be. A false choice. Do what you say or else. That's the bane of our existence in America. So continue with it. Continue with it and see where it gets all of us. I've already accepted my outcome in faith. So keep doing it and see where it gets all of us. You'll have to live it just like I will. I'm prepared. You're not.
Okay. I can't hear everything that you're saying right now, but
I'm going to probably cover some of it, Jen, in a little bit. Benton stream, so.
Yeah, and you feel what I'm saying more importantly, because we're oneself on the highest level. And you know, I just spoke the fucking truth for all of us. The truth you won't live, that you run and lie about. You run from it and you lie about it. And you laugh and giggle because you know it's all over for you and the rest of us, huh, sir? The rights are gone, the freedom's gone, policy and code runs our lives, and you got a senilic retard up there as the president.
Citizens, and we have people that try to take
your statute, policy, and code is not the law, sir. That's
wait. What was this guy saying? What was the cop saying? Hold on, watch. Try to make out what the cop's saying.
I think he said we got like law-abiding citizens, and then we have some people that try to like skirt the law.
Or take shortcuts. Yeah.
And the rest of us, huh, sir? The rights are gone, the freedom's gone, policy and code runs our lives, and you got a senilic retard up there as the president.
Citizens, and we have people that try to take
your statute, policy, and code is not the law, sir. That's why there's a legal society and a law society. They're mutually exclusive. You don't know the difference.
Fighting to the statutes.
I'm sure you are, and you're enforcing statutes on man and woman. Men and women are not part of corporations. We don't have to follow policy. You do. Enforce them on your buddies, not man and woman who you serve and protect.
It's all about law-abiding citizens.
You don't understand the difference between legal policy and the law of the land. You don't understand the difference. There's a clause in the Constitution, public safety clause. There's dual jurisdiction, administrative law and constitutional law. One is corporately defined. One is the law of the land under God. You probably wouldn't know it because you're not a godly, faithful man. You probably don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about because you've never lived it. You were born into slavery and indoctrination. You're a child of the lie and a servant of the devil. Let's be real about it. Who'd you
You're
vote
a servant of the fucking devil for asking somebody for a fucking 5-year-old expired tabs to show some kind of something. Can you show me an ID? Can you show me a fucking insurance? You look like you're riding out here dirty.
And, you know, like, and I've said this before, and I've given Paul credit about believing in God, but what God is that exactly? You know, I don't know who that is. Who is
I think it's just whatever he wants it to be that day.
Yeah,
the dial says.
Yeah, it's just strange to me. Like, I'd be more on board with him if I knew who the fuck his God is. It's just his feelings. his thoughts and his feelings.
Well, he keeps going back to. If you listen to him here, he'll go do it and say it a couple more times. As he says that, like, we are all one, basically. He says that like 3 or 4 times, I believe, in this whole video.
Yeah, it's just sort of oscillating between.
We're not
worldviews, like,
we're not all one, dude. I'm not one with a fucking pedophile predator and shit like that.
yeah, we're individuals. Unfortunately, we're different people.
Yeah.
We're
So,
not one self experiencing
Sean.
things. No, sir. We're individual
No.
people experiencing.
Hold on, I'm in
individual
another
things.
tab here.
Sorry.
Hold up.
Vote for to be your daddy. Who you voting for this year to be your daddy? Another egoic narcissist or a senilic retard? Which one? Pick one. More corruption, huh? More circus freak show like experience for all of us. Yeah, it's funny. Let's get a laugh at it. The world we live in. It's a big circus joke freak show at this point, huh?
Is that a yes or no?
We're waiting for the sergeant anyways.
All right, we'll wait for the sergeant.
Believe
Dude,
it or not,
cops are
sir,
just
this is
treading
the way
water
I
here.
show loving care.
Say what?
The cops here are just treading water and kind of humoring them. They're just waiting for their superior to show up, so they're just kind of fucking around. And then the idiots in the chat are like, "Wow, they really think Paul's his lawyer. They're scared." Like, no, they're just fucking humoring the situation. They probably get back to the car.
Tough care.
Yeah,
They probably get back to the car and are like, "Fucking look at this dumb fuck here on the phone."
Right? But it's for all of our own good. We need it now more than ever. We're losing it all, sir. Whether you want to accept it or not.
It's like,
Hey, Sean.
All right, what were you gonna say? Yeah, what's up?
Yeah. Do you
hear
think this was? Yeah. Do you think it was helpful?
I think maybe Paul could have came at it a little from a slightly more diffused, if that's a appropriate word, position, but maybe turned it up at the end as opposed to starting up fired up, and then again, I mean, this interaction here went much different. I'm sure if you haven't seen this one.
Good officer, and I want to put this officer on camera. This is Ricky Valdez.
No,
They just pulled me
I've-
over, no
I've-
license, no place, no nothing. But that's fine because you don't need that to
I've seen-
travel from point A to point B. And this man was willing to listen to me and understand what I was saying, and he could tell that I'm not up to no good out here, you know. And this is what the human experience is supposed to be about.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
You have a good day, my friend. You take care of yourself.
I appreciate you, Mr. Valdez.
Thank you. Be safe, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, Sean.
Thank
Sean,
you.
we've all seen what he got.
That's how
fired
you
with.
do it, folks.
Oh,
That's how
maybe
you do it
not.
right
I
there, and
mean,
hope
maybe
I hope
there could
all
be a
you
few in here that
motherfuckers-
haven't. I don't know.
I can't get this window up now. I'm all nervous.
Well, maybe I mean,
I hope all
you
you
showed that to
motherfuckers
me like I
are
didn't see
watching.
it. That's,
I hope you're all
Yeah, I got
watching,
some people
okay?
in here that
all
aren't
you
from.
people who told me that go ahead and try that shit with the police and see what they do. Well, I just tried it. No license, no registration, no insurance, no nothing. Okay. They told me many times that we're gonna the first guy, we're gonna arrest you, we're gonna do it. No, whatever. Stick to it. Stick to your fucking truth. Supervisor.
why doesn't he do it anymore?
Why would you continue to just do it? For what purpose? What would be the purpose behind just going out and doing that?
Well,
Just to-
because he's living on truth. He's truly
Right.
authentic. He's ready to go to jail for everyone's rights.
Like for
and
me, for
freedom.
instance, right? I'm not doing it right now, and it's mostly because my car's been sitting in the driveway for months, and I'm fixing it at a very slow pace. You know what I mean? So, and
Yeah,
I'm
but
finding
saying
work.
so-
I'm finding work locally that doesn't require me to. Then again, with the car, I'd be finding a lot more work than I'm finding. But again, it's something that I'm working on. So I don't know what his situation is. I don't know if his. I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
his car is
so-
actually. I'm pretty sure his Nissan also. Like myself, is not functional right now. It's not drivable. Sorry, it's
He
not
doesn't-
movable or drivable either. But go ahead.
We've all watched for like a year and a half, 2 years. He doesn't drive or move anymore. He got famous for
Right.
what he got famous for. We were all intrigued by it because we wanted to fight against the power, but he doesn't tell us how to do it. Or we're all cowards and infidels if we don't do it, but he doesn't do it anymore or ever. He just sits around
So
all
you
day.
think because he's not actively
Yes.
getting into more interactions with police where he potentially might go to jail, that means he's no longer standing on his information, like living his information?
No, not yeah, exactly. Not what he was known for or what he does. If he really did, then he would just go drive around and keep doing it. But he doesn't want to go to jail anymore. It's not fun.
Yeah, don't you think maybe there's more value in staying out and helping educate people on the information and being more of service in that venue than
Exactly,
just
but
doing the same thing he's already done and proven works
okay, so
over and over again.
but inspiring other people to go do it when he doesn't do it anymore.
Pfizer, you're
Pfizer,
talking
brother.
too much, man. You're in your head. You're talking too much, man.
Yeah, we're gonna continue here. Shout out to 18 in the chat on the 18th with an hour and 18 minutes into the stream. We're gonna continue here. All right. I think you got some more to learn.
my head.
That's what I think. I think a little bit. I mean, I've just because I don't have any anymore anyway, have any right to travel videos, successful or not. And I actually only had two successful videos. I didn't have one where I got taken away. So just because I lost a channel and don't have those, I mean, does that mean I'm not? Because that was, and it was 4 years ago. So does that also, I mean, both those things, there's no proof now. And even if I did have the proof, you'd say it was 4 years ago and I should do it again. So is that your logic basically, that if, because something's old, it's outdated and therefore null and void? I mean, I don't get it.
It is if you're actively saying that you're doing your information and you're not
Right, but
doing
if
your
you've
information.
actually done something that someone else hasn't done, then where's the?
Well, sure, I've done a lot of things a lot of people haven't done.
Well, then maybe you have the
6
right
years ago.
to
It doesn't mean shit now. Like, what are you doing right now? What are you doing today? You want to talk about results? You want to talk about what are you doing now? Cool. What the fuck does that mean? Like, you got famous for something and now people are wanting to follow you or inspired by you, but you don't even go do it yourself anymore. You ride as a passenger with someone else. Yeah, Paul is more valuable not in jail, of course. He knows that, so he's not even doing what he says anymore.
Pfizer, if he was in his own car, he'd be doing it, man.
You don't think he'd be of value in jail as well? With his knowledge and the information that he could probably help people to get a better comprehension on, or any comprehension on, they might not have any on.
Dude, most of those people
being a fucking law library in and of himself in many respects.
So what good is that gonna do?
My point is, you're saying he just doesn't do it anymore because he's avoiding like the plague going back to jail, is what I'm getting out of what you're saying. That he's scared to go back to jail or something.
So what do you think he's doing?
Well,
I think he's fucking doing a broadcast every day, and he's making a living doing it. I don't blame him at all for what he's doing. I mean, shit.
Okay,
if anything, I might be a little jealous because I haven't attained that for myself yet.
Yeah,
So,
but
you
it's
know what I
not
mean?
about
It's like-
about that anymore though. It's about entertainment.
I see how it's about
People
entertainment a lot,
followed
too.
him. I followed him 2 years ago because of what he stood for.
So you think Paul should basically only be about rights and freedoms? There shouldn't be any basically like comedy, entertainment, news, current events.
No, I like all that shit, dude. That's all. That
Okay, so what am I missing here then? What am I failing to comprehend that you're trying to convey here?
What did you follow in the beginning? What inspired you?
What are you talking about, Pie Face? He deals with it every time he gets pulled over. What do you expect him to chase police down? Just shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. Gross. Well,
Yeah,
you heard
Pizer's
it from that.
got an angle, man. Pizer, you got an angle, and just stop
I
with
don't
the
have
angle.
I don't have an angle.
You do have
Yeah,
an angle.
Tribe. I think that did happen actually. I think Paul did have an interaction on the road with Jen last week. Yep. Well, it was it was probably last week. Yeah, a week and a half or something like that.
No, what I've
If you
realized.
didn't have an angle, I wouldn't be saying you have an angle.
What's my angle, dude? I don't have a fucking angle. I was inspired. I'm
Can't
not
even
anymore.
see your own angles.
I don't think he walks what he talks anymore. He did before. Now he's making money. He doesn't give a fuck about anybody else. He doesn't want to help anybody else. He doesn't want to give them information.
If got pulled over, he would do it, man. You're in your head. It's like you don't want him. It's like you're like, no, he won't do it. He's not doing this. He's driving with somebody else. He's going soft. Like that's all in your head, man.
Yeah, see the
Peter?
lackeys. So I was part of that too, like Salty Siren, all the like the little. They're just a bunch of bullies. They're a bunch of like, like they like to make fun of people, but they don't do shit in their own life.
All right, well, Pizer, how about this? You goofed up a little bit, so let's just move on here. All right, just take the L and we'll move on.
Take the L because I'm calling out real shit, and then I have a bunch of lackeys talking shit.
You're not calling out real shit. You think you are. You have an angle. That's all it is. You have a theory.
There's no angle, bro. I don't have an angle. I don't have a YouTube channel. I don't make money off this.
Dude,
I work
are you
10
are you drunk?
I work 10 hours a day. Does
Are you
anybody
drunk,
else? Does anybody else?
Does anybody else work 10 hours a day? Is that what
I
you're
work
asking?
No, probably not. No, so JG just got out of a mental institute. I don't want to fucking like call out fucking people.
That was a joke.
What the fuck ever, dude.
Well, there you go.
No, I'm
Pizer. You're very you know.
Is
Somewhat.
Salty's analysis correct here, sir? Is your goal essentially just sucking Glow Snake's eggplant emoji?
Salty's just like she's like from Mean Girls.
Yeah. Look at that picture.
She's got
What do you want to do to
nothing.
that picture, Pop? Let's be honest here. What do you want to do to that picture, sir?
All she does is talk shit about everybody. She's like a
If
fucking
you even
mean
just had
girl,
that
and
picture
every
in a physical
no,
form,
I'm just saying
with
like
a Polaroid, what
Salty.
would you do to it?
Salty was like one of the lackeys that she just runs around and talks shit about everybody. She's just like a fucking insecure piece of shit that has nothing else going on.
That's you.
That's me. Okay, that's cool.
Just fuck with it, Let's move ahead here.
You know, I do have you up on
hashtag
channel.
bullies. No, there is a bunch of fucking people that just talk shit. I've seen it because I did it in the very beginning. I thought it was funny to make fun of Jack Talcott, blah blah blah. I thought it was like a joke. It's not a fucking joke. For all gay men, but it's a bunch of fucking
I think we can speak for all
weak
gay
ass
men.
motherfuckers.
What was that one more
I'm
time?
not going to speak for all gay men, but
I think we can speak for all gay men.
I'm not going to speak for all gay men, but
I think we can speak for all gay men.
Look at this chick in the back with her nice ass
I'm not going to
titties.
speak for all gay men, but
I think we can speak for all gay men.
So that's a clip taken out of context. Cool.
Taken out of context. Is it?
Speak for all gay men? What does that even mean? I can speak for all gay men?
I think it means what Salty's saying right here, sir. What do you have to feel? What do you? I'm not saying that. She's saying that. How do you feel about what she's saying?
Sucking glow snakes? I don't even know what the fuck that means.
You fucked
Glow
up there,
snake's
Pizer.
eggplant, sir. Stop bullying a full-grown man. Yeah, Salty. Come on now. It's not nice. That's not nice of you, aka retarded.
Yeah, it's hilarious because when you just talk shit to people,
I think that Paul is going soft and he drives with someone else because he's scared the police will pull him over. I think he's scared, man. That's you, Pizer.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know where you were at in 2020, dude. I don't know what you complied to.
I didn't comply to shit. I didn't even wear a mask. I never fucking took a test or a shot ever. Just not a bitch.
So then,
like most of you fucks.
okay, so where's the misunderstanding there? That's what we're all confused about.